Nestled between the rivers and farmlands of Yuba and Sutter counties, food insecurity quietly affects many. The Yuba Sutter Food Bank supports these communities, delivering food and hope where it's needed most. The Yuba Sutter Food Bank is leading the fight against food insecurity through community partnerships. Here to tell us more are Maria Ball, Executive Director of the Yuba Sutter Food Bank, and we have Stephen Dambeck, Produce Procurement for the local grocer Yuba Commie. Welcome, Maria and Stephen. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. So, Maria, I wanted to start off with you. Can you tell us about the Yuba Sutter Food Bank?
The Yuba Sutter Food Bank is small, but it's mighty. Like you said, we serve Yuba and Sutter counties. Currently, we are serving 32,000 people each month, and we're on track to distribute about 3.8 million pounds of food, which is the equivalent to 3.1 million meals to our needy neighbors in Yuba Sutter. So we have about 12 full-time employees and hundreds of faithful volunteers.
Wow.
So we get a lot of work done at the Yuba Sutter Food Bank.
Yes, and speaking of the food that's needed, Stephen, please tell us about the involvement of Yuba Commie in the work of the food bank.
So Yuba Commie is the business, but the business is basically me driving a refrigerated van, picking up from really good small farmers and delivering to schools and the food bank. And I'm delivering especially to the food bank at this time because of a program called Farms Together, which is funding in particular from these great farms and to bring right to the warehouse.
Yeah, and you brought in some of the produce that people can expect to have. Can you walk us through it?
Yeah, I can. I walked through a couple of farms in the Marysville area from Hmong farmers to see what they have that I can bring to the food bank tomorrow. So this is essentially what I'll be bringing there, plus some other fruit from another couple of farmers.
Yeah.
It's all harvested yesterday. What I bring into Maria tomorrow will be harvested today.
Wow.
And completely local, completely living soil. You can't get anything better than this produce.
Yeah, extremely fresh. And then Maria, how is Farms Together different than any other produce programs you offer at the food bank?
So like Stephen said, the produce is picked and delivered to us immediately. So it hasn't been sitting on a truck. It hasn't been sitting on a grocery store shelf. We're grateful for the donations that come from our local retailers, but this produce is picked fresh and delivered to us immediately. So there's a better variety, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful and freshly picked, so it's super special.
And Stephen, what types of produce are typically available through the Farms Together program?
Seasonal. So you mentioned before that you shop at a regular grocery store.
I did.
Like everybody.
Yeah.
And you buy food off a menu in a restaurant. Almost all of that food is from a more global supply chain. It's picked early, it's varieties that are shelf stable. And what we're trying to do is to help the farmers that grow completely locally, completely seasonally, bypass the American demand for cherries in January and brightly colored apples in June when we don't have them anymore, and to bring things that are completely fresh and most importantly for the program with Maria, really dense with nutrition.
Yeah. Why would you say it's so important to partner with local farms and farms of color in particular?
Small farms are really the most important part for me because the bigger you get, the more industrial you get in your thinking. We care about soil. If the soil is alive, the produce is going to be flavorful and it's going to be nutritious. There are so few farmers who do a good job. I don't care what color they are, quite frankly. But this produce is grown by Hmong farmers. And our Hmong farmers are not only special farmers, but people. And one of the things that this program does is it not only helps them be viable as farmers, but it brings them a little bit out of the corners in the community so that people can see them and they can see themselves with more dignity, which they deserve. They're great people.
Maria, how can people get involved with the food bank if they want to?
So the best thing to do is to check our website. Pretty easy to find. We need volunteers and we need funding. We need community support. We can't do programs like this without the support of the community. And like I said, we're feeding 32,000 people every month. That's a lot of people, and so we can't do it without you. So we really rely on community support. So check that website. click the button to volunteer, or even better, click the button to donate and support the Yuba Sutter Food Bank. We appreciate it.
Well, Maria and Stephen, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate your time. And to our viewers, again, imagine not knowing where your next meal will come from. Sadly, that's a reality for so many people right here in our community, including kids, parents, seniors, veterans, and so many others. But you can help. Join ABC 10 to take a stand against hunger and support local food banks in our area who are making a holiday meal possible for those in need. You can donate to a food bank of your choice at abc10.com/standagainsthunger.